welcome to the BAR show. My name's James Rankin and I'm here with Albert from Seed Property. Welcome, man.
Good to be here.
Thanks for coming in. So I always like to rewind, like go back to, what you were doing before you became a BA, right? So it's always good to understand the backstory. So if we rewind, maybe even back to school, what did you do straight out of school?
Straight out of school, went to university straight out. So essentially, I'm doing commerce here in University of Melbourne. And from there, after graduate, I failed one class, which is corporate law, which I hated so much. And that's that. But after uni, I'm working full time straight away in an accounting firm, a boutique accounting firm for 5 to 6 years. And from there, dealing with small, medium businesses, how they run businesses as well, how they essentially, mostly how businesses work from the back end side of things. So I know from start to finish how businesses work, and tried a couple of ventures here and there because might as well. I've been dealing with business owners here. Might as well. I just want to try a franchise. A bubble tea franchise.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I did a bubble tea franchise.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the name. I'm not going to say the name. I tried that bubble tea franchise. Good experience, but a costly one.
Wow. So you actually opened up a full location.
Full location, correct.
No way. There you go.
It's in Melbourne CBD.
Yeah.
QV.
There you go. So expensive rent.
Expensive rent.
Yeah.
And demand for refurbishment is a lot.
So was that in the food court or was it like one of those little satellite type?
It's in the corridor. It's in the corridor. So it's like a shop front.
Oh, so it was a shop front.
It's a shop front.
There you go.
Yeah.
And what was rent a month or a week?
Prior to COVID, it was about 180,000 per year.
Per year. 180K a year.
Yeah.
So what's that? Nearly $4,000 a week.
Yeah, that's about $4,000 a week. Correct.
Yeah. Crazy.
It is crazy.
And what was the initial setup? Like, what did that cost to get set up?
To get set up, it's about $250K.
Oh my God, 250,000.
That's everything all in, including all the machinery, shop front, everything, from start to finish.
So 250K.
Yeah.
Plus your 180 on top.
Correct.
So what's that? 330, 430?
430.
Like that's what it would be for first year.
Correct.
Just to pour a couple of bubble teas.
That's it. That's it. But bubble tea is so expensive though.
It is expensive. What's a bubble tea cost?
But bubble tea nowadays is about $8-9.
Really?
Yeah, $8-9, and then if you sell that
for a cup of sugar.
Yeah, I know. And $100, for example, you sell that for 100 bottles a day.
Yep.
That's already $9,000, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, in terms of that initial setup, let's just call it, circa 450 for the first year. And did you know that was how much it was going to cost you, to get it going?
I know, because my background's finance, right?
Yeah.
And we see if you go for property, you see comparables as well.
Yes.
Here, same thing. You see comparables. How much are they selling? For example, that particular brand in that within the CBD, how much would they sell average per day?
Yep.
Right. Those kind of things, and then we can do a forecast from that. Oh, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and then I think numbers wise, theoretically suits, but when you're actually doing it, it doesn't really.
What do they pitch you on profit wise?
They pitch you profit wise. If you can get 10%, it's good already.
10%.
10%.
It's nuts. Food and beverage, man. It's just
insane.
Crazy. Yeah, my cousin's in food and bev, and we're talking 11% is a cracker. They're doing so well, and 13%, it's like, my God, you can actually breathe.
That's it.
Yeah, it's just nuts.
Because rent itself, it's already 20-25%. That's already expensive. Plus labor.
Yeah.
If you're not doing it yourself, then it's a bit.
That was the question I was going to ask, right? Because a lot of these franchises or businesses or anything in that, where you can go and purchase something, you would assume that you can put management in place and you can go and do whatever you want. Like, you know,
Correct.
buy this bubble tea, put a manager in place, they arrange the staff, they do all the rostering, and then you make money.
Yeah.
But a lot of that is the 10% is actually with you working in the place,
That's it.
right? Yeah.
That's it.
So it's a job. You just bought yourself a $400,000 job.
Correct. $400,000 job that you need to be in there, and your headspace needs to be in there. You manage it day in, day out, especially during COVID. It was horrible because far out, like, yes, we got incentives from the government, which is good. But for example, 2021, everything's opening up, but you know, there's still lockdowns and all that. That's a bit hard. And then
Absolutely.
Far out.
It's not even a bit hard. At QV, it was a ghost town.
It's a ghost town, yeah. But luckily they put rent down.
Yeah.
For like half of it.
Yeah.
Like, so from 180 to 90K.
Yeah.
Which is a relief, but still, it's still.
Yeah, but if you're not making, if you're not covering,
Correct.
The costs even at that point, it doesn't matter if it's $90,000 or $90.
Correct.
If you're not generating the $90, then you're gone. You're going backwards.
And what I've mistaken was, I didn't know that. Okay, I thought this can be a side hustle, but it turns out to be like a full-time thing. And I'm also doing an accounting firm as well, working in an accounting firm. So I can't really juggle. And that's where I learned I can't do things 50-50.
It's crazy, right? Yeah, I always look at businesses and businesses for sale, and we looked at one across the road, actually.
Yeah.
Not a bubble tea. It was a karaoke place, and it was a relationship breakdown, which is, you know, that can be good buying sometimes.
Yeah.
Because they just want out. And we looked at the rent. It was at Melbourne Central.
Okay.
It was $58,000 a month.
Yeah, it's a shop, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shop, right? So yeah, it is a larger space and it has booths and things like that in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's $58,000 just in rent a month that you have to cover.
Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, I remember looking at it going, 58, is that an extra zero? Like $58,000 every single month.
Yeah, because I compared that to Melbourne Central versus QV.
Yeah.
A store within Melbourne Central in a food court.
Yeah.
It's $200,000 a year.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. That's $18,000 a month already. Yeah.
It is scary. So you did that. That was an experience.
That was an experience, yes.
You sold it.
I sold it.
Yeah.
Sold everything.
Yeah.
Was I
plus minus?
Plus minus, a bit plus, but it's not worth it.
Well, it's not worth it, but at least you didn't, do your dash on it.
Correct.
Yeah.
But it's a like, you spend your time, you spend your effort.
Did you do the fit out? Like you did all?
We did the fit out. Yeah. The reason we back out was because the shopping center wants a refurbishment after 5 years, right? And we're not even making that much money. And then how can we actually fund this refurbishment?
Wow. So they wanted to do a refurb.
Yeah.
And then you had to pay for it.
Correct. If you see now QV stores, right? Everything's new.
I haven't been there in a long time, but I've only been upstairs where the grill is. Like,
right.
And that section there.
Yeah.
Otherwise I haven't been there in a long time.
Yeah, that strip there, it's all new now.
Got it.
Yeah. If I were to refurbish, another $200,000 on top of that.
My God. So what? They make the shop owners do all of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And lesson learned from that.
At least you got in and out. It was an experience. At least you didn't lose $200,000. I mean, there's obviously a cost throughout that business, like the 180K, the staff and whatever. Yeah. What do you reckon, as we round this out, like what do you reckon your fixed costs were? Because I know you will know the numbers.
Yeah.
For a year for the bubble tea.
Fixed cost, that's about 35%.
35%. So, and then what was total revenue?
Total revenue was at, I can't recall, good month, bad month. It's roughly about 700K.
700K.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, in terms of staffing, it's going to be, around 300,000.
300,000.
So 300,000 plus $180,000 in rent. It's nuts. The amount of money out the door. Like it's good getting it in, right? Like 700,000 of revenue sounds amazing. But if, 630,000 of that is going out to leave you with the 10% profit margin of 70, like it is crazy.
700K, you're getting 70K at the end of the day, at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That's, yeah, it just blows my mind.
I know.
So look, it's a really good starting point. That's why I always like to rewind, uh, to understand that. And we'll come back to that because obviously you're in the BA space now
Yeah.
and just how different that is. And it's good because you are an accountant and you've seen all of those businesses. And then, yeah, we can have a look at how the BA businesses compare.
Yeah.
But you got out of that, you were doing the accounting job, and then you had another transition, didn't you?
I had another transition. So after the accounting firm, after 6 years in the accounting firm, so I jumped ship into private equity. It's a healthcare industry where basically private equity is they just want to grow this business or purchase this businesses for the next 6 years and then sell it afterwards.
Got it.
So they want to grow that organically, 20% EBITDA year on year, either growing it via purchasing or mergers acquisitions, or actually growing it organically within the business, cutting costs or increasing revenues or sales, and then sell it to another private equity or sell it to the ASX or publicly.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, that was like the PE firm. So you got some experience in that world, but it was still accounting, assessing businesses, taking all of that data,
Correct.
telling them what they should do, right?
Correct.
Like assisting them with making decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that led you into the BA space, right? Because high school, uni, into the accounting firm, the bubble tea experience, into this PE firm, and now we're sitting in the BA seat.
That's it.
Yeah. So how was that transition? Because I know that was an interesting one.
Yeah, I think 2019 was the first property, exposure for me because I'm trying to get my first property, my first home, which is in Ringwood at the moment. And that experience was daunting because you go every week, not knowing what you're doing inspections, not like in Australia when you have the funds or the borrowing, not necessarily you can get the property, right? So there's a lot of competitions out there as well. And once you find a property that you love, there's another factor, which is the real estate agent. They essentially can pick or they can smell that you like this and you tend to be so emotional about it, and they create this urgency and also, pushing you to actually sign things as well. So I think from start to finish, it took me about like 4 to 6 months to get a property that I like, not knowing whether I overpaid the property, what is inside the contract, whether this is a good deal or not, whether I didn't even negotiate. I negotiate based on what the real estate agent said, and then I have no clue. And then at the end of the day, once you got the contract, like, oh, did I get the property? Is this right? Because I'm investing 1 mil. I don't know whether I don't have the confidence whether this is actually right for me or not. That's about it. And then, yeah, from there I dive deep into the property rabbit hole and investing in properties interstate in Melbourne as well. That's where, actually becoming a buyer's agent is a thing here in Australia. So why not make that as a career for me to be able to purchase properties for other people, to help them out to get ahead financially and be confident in terms of purchasing a property.
Yeah, so that initial journey, and a lot of people do, well, I won't say a lot, but there are stories where it has been a realization for them. So go through this process. It was a horrible process. I didn't enjoy it, but I enjoy property. So I want to understand the process better so I can guide people through that and make sure that they have a good experience.
Correct.
And that's essentially like, what you've just explained, and you've done it out of a necessity. Like you want to understand the process better. So you went and educated yourself.
Yeah.
So you figured out, you purchased your first home.
Yep.
And then you went and bought investment properties.
Investment properties afterwards. Yeah.
And did you do any schooling or, education? How did you educate yourself on that?
I subscribed to like prior to BAI, I subscribed to like Suburbs Finder previously as well, when it was sort of new-ish back then. And I think RP data as well. That's where I get most information regarding the CMA, comparables, valuation, and all that. But apart from that, it's more of like learning from YouTube, learning from experience, talking to property managers, talking to conveyancers as well. So those altogether is, my research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you definitely, and Suburbs find it is great. Like Gilbert, he's been a partner of BAI, or he was a partner of BAI for a long time, and has a great product. But you just got in there and started playing around with it, right? Like I know there's a few things in there, like prerequisites to finding locations.
Yeah.
But you just got in there and started playing around with it.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just playing around because at the end of the day, it's just a tool. But initially, I thought, oh, how does this platform know all this information from?
Yep.
And then that kept me thinking, okay, I just need to check the numbers. How to check the numbers, just phone on the ground agents to
Yep.
see what's going on the ground, whether the data or the vacancy rate is actually real or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah. Yeah. And that's a lot of people miss that step because they just look at a blanket. And I always get, it gives me bloody heart palpitations when I hear people talking about AVMs, like the automatic valuations.
Yeah.
And they just take that as gospel. So automatic valuation, if you go on CoreLogic or realestate.com, it might have a number. So if you type in your house,
Yeah.
it might say $1 million.
Yeah.
But it's not like that's just a guess. And it can be so incorrect. Like it can be so inconsistent. It can be too much and it can be, not enough. And that's because there's not enough data available. Like there's just not enough data available. Even PropTrack, the REA guys, they will say the exact same thing. I had a meeting with the guys from Stash last week or the week before.
Yeah.
And they said the data is not there. Like you still have to deep dive, exactly what you've said. You still have to go to that next layer to understand if it's correct. Because it's just making assumptions, right? It's pulling all this information in and it just calculates it. Because there's 15,000 suburbs. There's not a human there going through and checking all of these data points. It's just, hey, pull that in, but it's 10% of the job, right? Like it's only 10% of the job. I reference it as it sends out little beacons. So if you look at the map of Australia, and you put in your requirements, it's just going to say, hey, this area, this area, this area, this area, this area. Like these little light bulbs go off, little beacon, and then you can go and deep dive on if that's actually correct. So it's rare that you hear people say, I just picked up the phone to confirm those vacancy numbers. So it's really good to hear.
Yeah, I think that comes from the accounting background as well.
Yeah.
You just need to check whether the number's right or not, whether it makes sense or not. And how does it make sense? Does it tell a story on the ground as well? I think that's where everything, like that's how I think basically in numbers. And if you can explain numbers, you can explain the story, a narrative.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And you are a numbers guy. Like that's you. So you've obviously brought that into the BA business, right? Like that's how you assess properties. And people say investment properties are not emotional. What's your take on that?
My take on investment properties are not emotional because at the end of the day, you're looking at numbers and what you're trying to get out of this investment property is essentially making money, right? That's number one. Number two, as long as it can take care of itself, it should be fine. Either you can add value. There's different strategies, right? Set and forget, add value to the property, develop it.
Yeah.
Those three. So doesn't matter how the property, like for example, if it's a 3-bed, 1 bath, and 1 car, not necessarily you want to live there, especially when you have family and 2 kids or 3 kids. You don't want to live in 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. You'll be fighting for a bathroom, right? So in terms of that perspective, I would take out that emotional circumstance out from investments. And as long as 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom, and 1 car park is rentable and there's rental demand for that, that's fine. Yeah.
So because people get caught up in the aesthetics, right?
Correct.
And what the area might be. I always say as well around people investing in their own backyard. Sometimes you'll miss areas because of your own preconceived, ideas of a location. Because you might say, depending on how long you've lived in Ringwood, but there are parts of Ringwood where you'd never go near.
Yeah.
But on paper and from a data perspective, they make sense.
Yeah.
And because you live there, you're going to go, why would you buy there? Like, it's a crap street, like no one would buy there. But if you were from out of town or you were, from the other side of town and you have no idea about this and you're just buying it based on the numbers, you might invest there because it actually works.
Right.
Yeah. So I have seen people do that like a lot of the time. Obviously, there are aspects to bad areas always being bad areas, right? Like commission and, you just don't want to go near it because of the people that might be around there. And that might be an opportunity. It might be a reason why you would avoid it.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you're too close to it, you can, make decisions just based on the emotion because that is an emotion, right? It's like,
that's it.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
That's an emotion in itself.
Yeah.
Versus the data makes sense. Let's keep checking the data and making sure that it's okay. But just that initial feeling towards the location or the property.
Correct.
Yeah.
I got one client, interestingly, quite cultured in a way where, there's different cultures, right? And different type of stereotype as well. I want north, like people here likes north facing.
Yeah.
But
Very Melbourne.
But for this particular client, north facing is bad luck. It needs to be northwest.
There you go.
It is southwest or it needs to be west.
Yep.
It can't be south, east, or eastern.
Yep.
Facing. So
is that Vastu? Indian purchasing?
It's Vietnamese.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. Vietnamese.
So is that? I wonder if that's Buddhist.
I'm not sure as well.
Yeah, feng shui.
Even that client asked me, "Oh, I thought you're southeastern as well.
Yeah,
Southeastern Asian. Do you have this type of culture?" No, I don't have this type of culture. So everything has their
there's everything. I've worked with like a feng shui consultant. So her house had to be like very specific. I learned heaps from her. Like it was an amazing experience because I learned heaps on what that looked like. And then on the other side, like Vastu, which is an Indian, it's pretty much an Indian feng shui.
Yeah.
But that's the same. That's like fire, water, earth. Fire, water, earth. What's the other one? Fire, water, earth, air, or whatever it is. And yeah, they base it on, like the toilet can't face in a certain direction. Like seriously.
Correct.
I think a toilet can't face east or something like that. And the kitchen can't be like the kitchen has to face a certain way. And yeah, there's lots to it.
Heaps.
But it can be fun, right? Like
it's fun and challenging at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because for this particular client, unfortunately it's northwest, but fortunately numbers are great, good location, Melbourne, 700K, and then, he likes it as well. Internally, location-wise, it's just this feng shui that's not lining up.
There you go.
So,
and look, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I've had clients not sign contracts on certain days because it wasn't an auspicious day, like they call, their spiritual guide or whoever it might be. And they're like, no, you can't buy it today. Like you can't sign anything, you can't spend money or anything like that, like a big amount of money on certain days. So yeah, I mean, look, it's just part and parcel. And I think as the BA industry grows, they will need to be more bespoke. Like they will need to be more accustomed to changing up a few things for certain clients. Like if you run a bespoke agency and a boutique agency rather, your services need to be bespoke to the clients.
Yeah.
And I see that being an offering for sure because there are too many cookie cutters out there. Like if you look at the big guys out there that are doing volume, like 40, 50, 100 deals a month.
Yeah.
You can't have anything else other than a cookie cutter approach because they just can't do the volume. So it's just like get them in, get them out. If you don't fit this mold, too bad, so sad.
Yeah, it's a set menu that they're
set menu.
Yeah,
that's exactly it. So in terms of your business, like talking fully about the buyer's agency business and compared to the bubble tea, you don't have to go into numbers or anything like that. But in an accountant's or from an accountant's perspective, if you look at the two on paper, obviously one has value, like intrinsic value and like a baseline that you can sell. The other is like goodwill, which you can't really sell. Like you can't sell a buyer's agency number.
Correct.
There is some value, like if you have a really good website and it's like good Google search and a phone number and all that kind of stuff, like there is some value to that. But yeah, very different to other businesses because it's service-based, right?
Yeah.
And it's key person dependent. But if you were just looking at the books, which one would you choose now?
Buyer's agency. Service business, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Margin-wise is insane.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to earn like you don't have to get a 700,000
Yeah.
revenue to get $70,000 net profit.
It can be the other way.
That's it.
It can literally be the other way around.
Correct.
So $70,000 worth of cost for a buyer's agency is like on the absolute high end.
That's it.
Yeah, because you don't need an office. I was talking to the students I mentioned earlier today.
Yeah.
They said, oh, like, do you need an office? Like, what does your setup look like? One of the girls asked me, is there much paperwork? And I said, I try to work from my phone. I don't even want a laptop. Like the dream is to go from, 2 screens and a laptop to 1 screen and a laptop to a phone.
That's it.
I just want to work. I just want to do everything off my phone.
That's it.
That's it. So it feels like I'm missing something when I walk out of the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just want to click and swipe.
Everything off the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need anything, right? And it's like, what's a phone bill cost? Yes, you need some software, but realistically, like once those initial fixed costs are met, and yes, if you don't have staff or anything like that, but you can get to 750, maybe 800K with a VA. Like you don't, if you want to work, that is like, if you actually want to work in this business, and yeah, those fixed costs are very, very low.
Yeah, 100% agree. And the other thing as well with F&B or the franchise business, there's not much things that you can do to actually generate more revenue, right? You're just being there, got the goalpost, and see how many people would come that store that day, right?
Yeah,
yes,
crazy.
You can get advertising and all that,
Yeah.
but that's probably come and go. And according to the campaign, advertising campaign as well. But meanwhile, when you're in a service space, especially in the buyer's agency space, you can talk to people, call people, see your contacts, speak to mortgage brokers, speak to other people, just to get yourself out there. So it's more active in a way.
Oh, 100%. And I just wanted to touch on your first few months as a buyer's agent, like just that run through, because it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, so essentially I got my license September 2024.
Yep.
And started my business October 2024. And within that first quarter, October, November, December, yes, I have 1 client per month, which is good. But then again, I'm a believer because of my experience with that previous business venture that I had. I'm a believer of not 50-50.
Yeah.
So I want to go something, I need to go something hard or actually just be
focused.
That's it. Have my head, my effort and my time towards that business, right? Otherwise you can't really give value to the business, can't give value to the company that I work in. So essentially November started to decide, okay, I think I can make this work. And even though I do have a family, I'm expecting a child soon as well. And, okay, let's start New Year. I'm going to resign. New Year, I'm going to have my vacation in December 2024. Went to Thailand, got back, and Jan 2025, I'm in a realization where, oh crap, I just quit. I have no clients, nothing on the pipeline. What should I do? I'm a bit panicking because there's a lot of uncertainties there. And the thing is, okay, what I did was I try to focus what I can do. That's the thing about service-based business. It's about how, like, if you focus on the input, the output will flow.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. So I don't care what the output is. First, I'll just need to put as much effort, as much time, as much focus that I can into the business. Talking to mortgage brokers, like
And you just started Everest as well.
I just started Everest December 2024
December.
after I quit.
Yeah, so quit, joined Everest, went to Thailand. Come back from Thailand, no clients.
That's it. That's
yeah.
That's a good summary for the first quarter. That's it.
And then the output, or the input rather, is what's going to get your output. So what did that look like?
The only thing that I know of was, okay, I need to speak to more people. Who do I need to speak to? First of all, where do I get buyers, right? How do I get my clients? It's through mortgage brokers. So essentially I just Google search, go to LinkedIn, search for, list down all mortgage brokers there, 50 of them. I just put them on a list and email them one by one and try to call them the next day, right? Out of that 50, probably about 20, 23 would just answer.
Yep.
And you'll be, they would like, out of that 23, not everyone would be interested to catch up and meet up in person, because I'm a believer of, meeting face to face as well, right? You don't want to have like a Zoom I know it's like, I'm old school, even though I'm still young, I'm still old school.
But it's a personality. It's
correct.
It's human, interaction.
And how can you work together with someone else if you haven't actually know how they act in person as well? So essentially, out of the 23, I meet about 10 in person. And out of the 10, I found like now 3. That's actually I work with mortgage brokers.
And solid referrers.
Solid referrals.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then you did, did you follow the 12-week?
I did, yeah.
So the 12-week protocol inside of Everest. And then, you followed that. You have these meetings now. You've set up your referral partner network, but you also jumped into socials as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's the second side of things as well. So once I spoke to the mortgage brokers side of things as a referral partner, so I just need to focus getting myself out there. People needs to know that I'm doing this. Did socials first prior to speaking to mortgage brokers, because I started my socials in November and try to create content there. It was a struggle at first because I've never spoken in front of a camera.
Yeah.
Talking to yourself in your room or in the office, just explain about stuff. Who's gonna listen to you, right?
Your mum.
Who's this 18-year-old kid who's actually popping up in my Instagram feed and then speaking about property, right? So that's all the limiting beliefs that I had previously, and then just do it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And that's your other avenue for leads, right? Like you can get them in, you can start having conversations with them. What's the split at the moment? Like you're getting, 1 or 2 or 1.5-ish a month from the referral partners, and then, 1 or 1.5 from the Instagram. Is that sort of how it works?
So this is how I work. Every lead that goes through to every follower that goes through to my social, right?
Yeah.
I would technically do a discovery chat of where they're at. But out of, like, for example, 1,000 followers, probably 10 of them would actually respond and would like to engage, right?
Yeah.
So that's 10%. Out of that 10%, you'll get like essentially a sale.
Yeah.
One or 2 sales. But with that nurturing 10 people, you refer them to the broker, introduce them, or actually send them through to your networks of brokers so that they can go with the broker itself. So that's a good win-win situation for me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that's is that sell by chat? Like you just follow the sell by chat stuff? Yeah, cool. Because that's something that I figured out was every follower is a lead, right? Because you can actually message them.
Correct.
So it's a bit of a missed opportunity, I find, that people that don't do that. Because new follower comes in, I can actually message you.
Yeah.
And it's a good opportunity just to have a conversation, right?
Correct. So if you ask me about like the split, I've been doing this for 9 months.
Yeah.
I got like 8 from Instagram.
Pretty good.
Nearly one a month.
Yeah.
If you do it in an average. But apart from that, it's more of referral partners, 1 a month as well.
Yep.
And also current word of mouth So your past clients refer to someone
So
else.
2 to 3 months. That's
Yep.
sort of where it's been.
That's it.
Yep.
Yep.
And scale from here, like what does the business look like in, 18 months?
Yeah. So in terms of 18 months, we just want to go for like my projection is just to go for 3 or 4
Mhm.
while I'm building my backend first in
Yep.
terms of automating stuff and eventually getting my time back in terms of trying to meet more people out
Yes.
there or creating webinars or that's something that I want to explore as well. Meanwhile, I just need to get the system going on the back end before I leap into that further,
Yep.
lead generating.
Yeah.
Um,
Make it secure, build the
That's it.
foundations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very accountant
I know.
of you.
I know.
Take it slow.
Take it slow,
That's it.
slow and steady. It doesn't have to be like, okay, 7, I don't have big targets and all that. As long as I have this foundational ground which can cater me
Yeah.
into like propel me forward, I'm all good.
Yeah, but what's a big target, right? Like in terms of 3 to 4 a month for us.
Yep.
In terms of, let's just say that year ends up being 40, like 40 for the year.
Yeah.
Even at $10,000 a client, it's 400 grand in
400
revenue
grand.
with,
Yeah.
super high profit margins. If you're circa 85, 90% profit margins, that's very good income. You know what I mean? Like that's surgeon money. And you're saying that that's, you're not, it's not a big number. It's not like a huge goal, but that's just I hate talking about money like, the money that can be earned in the BA space, but it is achievable, like
Yep.
very achievable.
100%. It's achievable. But people mistake it in this way because they trying to get into this space because of revenue.
Money, yeah.
But from my point of view is if you actually give value to people, people would just give value back.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to worry about like the revenue and all that. Yes, you need to strategize, plan, and execute what you need to do, but just focus on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, mate, I always ask, and I was just looking at the time, we could go forever in terms of this conversation, but a question I always ask to round it out, if you were walking down the street and someone said, "Hey, Albert, I know you're a buyer's agent. I've been thinking of becoming one myself," what would you say to them?
Number one, go for it. Because if you're passionate about property and you're passionate about helping out people to purchase property, that's a good career to have.
Yeah.
And doesn't mean that it's an easy thing to do. Okay, I'm just buying properties for other people. You're dealing with huge amount of money, other people's money, and people needs to trust you as well. And you need to have this integrity, and also the heart also to serve your clients, and you need to do the work as well. So it's a fun journey, but it's not an easy one.
Yes.
But if you're passionate about it, go for it.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Mate, thank you so much.
No, pleasure to be here.
Easy.
Thanks, James.
Cheers. I don't know where he's gone, but I'll clap, and then I'll just ask you a couple of questions like we did last time with Everest. So what made you want to join Everest?
What made me want to join Everest? Simple. I had no clients. I know in order for me to actually, I can do it myself. But in order for me to accelerate or learn as fast as possible, I would like to get coaching on this. How to get my clients, how to speak to other people, how to make this relationship with mortgage brokers, for example. Like I don't have the roadmap, I don't have the guidelines and all that, but that's one of the reasons why I go to Everest and sign up straight away after that strategy call and just, okay, sign me up. Okay, I just need to see what's happening. I just need to do the work as well, and then I think that's about it. Just to expedite the process and learn from other people.
Yeah. And how's the experience been?
It's been good. It helped me for the first six months, essentially in Camp 1, because you got struggles with, not being responding back from your client, or how to deal with this type of client. And essentially you're not learning just from the coach. You're learning from other people who has the same stage or even more experience than yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the group calls they're pretty beneficial for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the events that we put on as well.
The event's amazing. Yeah. Like good speakers as well. But most importantly, like you essentially be with other people that have the same passion, same mind, same goal within the industry as well. And those are the most valuable thing in the space.
Yeah. And if someone was wanting to join Everest, what would you say to them?
Go for it. If you want to expedite your process, if you want to actually learn and accelerate faster, learn from other people. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
All good.
Awesome.